Oh, since Erica and David both said that my bulldozing videos are the most boring thing they've ever seen on the planet, I figured I would shoot another bulldozing video. Except the work I have to do isn't big enough for the dozer, so I'm going to get the skid steer. I've been working on the road, making it wider, making it a little taller in places. I have one last section to do. Well, this was so beautifully stoned. And then I drove the excavator up it. It's all torn up. But Devon got stuck here in his truck, so I took out the crest of this hill, took it down probably 9 inches or so, and then added it to the bottom of the hill, which of course gives you an 18-inch reduction in the grade. Makes all the difference in the world. Need some good rain and then some dry weather, and that'll stabilize all the fresh dirt. But I am happy with this. When I started this, the bottom of that post was 4 feet above the grade of the road. I've just gradually built up this corner until it's just right. So this corner here was too narrow with this tree. It's still too narrow with that lump sticking out the side there, but I'll scoop a little bit off it today with the skid steer. This stone is just sufficient to stop me from sliding around, and I'll get more stone when I'm finished. And I don't think I'll drive the excavator up here in the wet again. Golly, this is soft. This is like we had rain last night. So today's project is to widen this part here. I've already started dumping dirt on the side. Drove over it one time with the excavator, so I have to loosen up that over there. And get working on the edge. There's a problem with having OCD and operating heavy machinery, is that you're constantly chasing, the wrong word is perfection, because it's nowhere near perfect, but I'm constantly chasing hollows and humps and narrow spots, and yet it's still got hollows and humps and narrow spots, but it is much better than it was. It's 2 buckets wide, which I always go for. 16 feet is nice. 2 buckets, of course, is only 14 feet, but 14 feet is almost as nice. And one of the challenges is that plastic pipe, you get a 16-foot length or a 20-foot length, and you forget that the sides really need to be less than 45 degrees. So if you've got a 4-foot tall roadbed, then you lose at least 4 feet from either side. So if you got a 20-foot pipe, which is what I do, then I lose 8 and I'm down to 12. So the fix that I've come up with is find some rock and build up the rock either side of the pipe, and then put a nice big flat piece of rock on top, overhanging the end of the pipe by at least a foot. And then I can go virtually up to the edge of the pipe, so I can get my my nice roadbed. So I'm happy with this, except for that one hump that I can see that's driving me crazy. Oh, and I'm gonna be done with it. One of the other problems is, as soon as it storms, it all changes. It either washes away, or the clay shrinks and sinks. It dries, it rains again, and you're constantly chasing shrinkage. But I fixed a few of the issues. One of the issues is that it dipped substantially over this first little rise, about where the second bridge is. And it got substantially narrower for the same reason with the 20-foot pipe and the 45-degree sides. At that point, the roadbed is 6 feet above the ground. So I lose at least 6 feet from both sides. So you've got an 8-foot roadbed at the top and 16 feet at the sides, at the bottom, which is absolutely no good. So build that up with the same rock type of structure, big flat piece on the top, gain as much width as possible, and now I'm 12 feet at least all the way up. So I'm going to clean up just 2 little spots that are bugging me. That is done for the day. It is only 10:45 in the morning, so I think I'm going to get the drone out and go fly the drone, or go play with the Porsche. I'm not sure. I'm going to do something fun with the rest of the day. The storms are supposed to be here at about 1 o'clock, so I'm going to be all packed up way before then. I'm happy with this. We had a hollow here after what I'm standing on. I've managed to raise this by 16 inches. I've increased the width by building out rock at the sides. And I've managed to graduate the sides in sufficient to mow. So I'm looking forward to some rain to knock down all my lumps and hollers, and I should be able to mow the sides of this when it grows back in. So enough for road building. Now on with something else.